Listen, I'm not here to fit in. They follow. I focus. I see. I move. I plan. I execute. That's the difference. All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is that you're at. Watching, tuning in, watching it later, watching it now. My name is David, aka the Luxurious Bastard, aka your favorite bearded CEO, the Normie CEO. So as you can read from the title, this is a how to lock tokens. I'm on the Solana blockchain, so I wanted to shoot a quick video. I already started doing it, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I should be shooting a video on how to lock your tokens on Jupiter. Some of you may or may not know, previously I was locking Normie supply and the Luxurious Lounge supply on Streamflow. Probably a lot of you guys out there are using Streamflow like I was, and it wasn't until a month or so ago, a little over a month ago, I had locked lots of tokens. I mean, hundreds of millions, almost 80% for Normie and like 50 something percent for the Luxurious Lounge. I was using Streamflow because, you know, just whoever I was connected with at the time, that was just what people were using. So I was using it as well. Didn't really think too much of it until about, it was a month ago, maybe not even that long ago. I don't know. It feels like an eternity. But I had locked up in one chunk like almost 70% of my Normie supply back onto Streamflow. I had a lot of different locks over the last 8 months, and I have like complete supply control for Normie. And when I did my big lock, it was like within an hour or less, I noticed a pretty significant sell, like almost a $600 or $700 sell on my chart. So I was thinking, I'm like, who's the that keeps locking up, or that keeps selling, you know, when I'm doing these locks? So I started digging into it, tracking the wallet back to Streamflow. I was like, why is Streamflow selling my supply that I just locked up? Well, apparently in the fine print somewhere, when you go to do a Streamflow lock, besides the almost, it typically costs me $15 to like $20 in Solana to lock up, you know, the different supply and locks, which was fine at the time. I'm like, yeah, whatever, no problem. But what I didn't realize, which probably most of you do not, is when you lock up your supply, they actually take 0.5% of it when you do the lock, and they sell it and turn around and use that money to buy their own token for Streamflow. So I was completely, I thought they were hacked, or like something got hacked. I'm like, why are they selling my supply? You know, I'm locking it up to keep it safe and to stack it. And, you know, so I started doing some digging, and I'm like, I saw a bunch of them. So in the total amount of all the different locks that have locked and unlocked and they relocked and da 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 da, just for like Normie, I think they made close to like $6,000 in them taking a portion of my locks and selling it to turn around to buy their tokens. Plus, every time I did a lock, you know, it's roughly $18 to like $20. So I added up all those locks. It was like almost $1,000 in Solana that I paid straight up, plus almost $6,000 in supply that they take off and sell. Blew my mind. I had no freaking idea. If I would have known that, I would have not been doing that. So luckily, hold on, let me turn off the, oh, it is holders only. So luckily, talking to another builder in the space, huge shout out to Cluck Norris, Dr. Fire Chicken. He heard me complaining about this in the space, and what sucks is I had been telling other fellow builders how easy it is to lock up on Streamflow, and that's where she go, and like a lot of people were doing it. Well, he told me that Jupiter does locks, and that's where I like Jupiter. I do a lot of transactions through Jupiter. A lot of my wallets that I like to use for like trading coins and whatnot, I use Jupiter. Clean. Normie is verified with the green check mark on Jupiter, so I was like, oh wow, I had no idea. So about a month ago, I think, this is before I had already locked everything up on Luxurious Lounge and Normie, and you know, they hit my TLT chart with like a $350 sell because I locked up like $100 and something thousand worth of supply. It was like for Normie, I think it was $300,000 or $400,000 in supply that I locked up. Hit me with like almost a $600-700 sell. So came over to Jupiter to test it out because I had a little bit of supply, like $10,000 worth of TLT that I needed to lock up. So once he sent me the link, Dr. Fire Chicken, massive shout out. I got logged in, I kind of felt it out a little bit, and then I did a lock using TLT. I was just testing it because I knew prior how much money in Solana it took to do the lock. So I think in my wallet where I kept the supply for TLT, I had like $1 something in there, whatever. So I'm like, oh well, let me test it, let me put in all the info and do the test. And so I did everything, put all the info in the right spots. I hit lock thinking it was gonna kick it back because I only had like $1 or something in there, and it went through successfully. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Come to find out, not only do they not take your supply, they don't take a cut of your supply and sell it. It only freaking cost me like 60 cents or something. So I'm like, oh my gosh, the amount of money I spent in Solana just to do locks is ridiculous. Between the two, well over $2,000 probably. So with that being said, everything has come unlocked on Streamflow in the last 2 days for Luxurious Lounge and Normie, and we're talking, I think like almost $600,000 or $700,000 in supply for Normie, 150-ish or something like that $1,000 in supply for TLT. And so I started doing a bunch of locks. I got a couple for centralized exchanges, 5% a piece, and then like promo locks, all 3% a piece. So I did a whole bunch already. I'm locking up almost 80% of the supply. I put like $20 in the wallet for doing the locks, and after doing all of that, it cost me like $5 or $6 already. So crazy how affordable it is just for knowing something as simple as this. So I did put all of the link to it, you know, in the description down below. So if you're watching this later, I would suggest, you know, if it's your first time, you know, do what I'll show you how I'm doing them here. Do a small test, you know, like a very small amount of tokens. Make sure that your recipient wallet is perfect. Triple, quadruple check it. That way when, you know, when it unlocks, everything's good. But holy hell, the amount of money and supply that I could have saved if I would have known this earlier. So hopefully this video will help a few of you out there. So let me switch over. Let me go to full screen here. So if you click the link below to the Jupiter, it'll be lock.jupe.ag. You'll have this page, you know, for Jupiter locks. Up here, you connect to your wallet. So for me, I'm just using my Jupiter wallet because, you know, easy. They have some other ones in there, Phantom, Soulflare, some pretty common ones. So, you know, just connect in there. Depending on how many locks, you know, I just threw in like $10 or $20, whatever it was, just for the little bit of fee that they charge you. And then if you've never created any locks, you know, if you were to come up here where you hit your lock tokens or locks you created, like for me, if I click on this is the wallet that I started using for locking Normie supply. And so you can label all of these out in here. Thank you. You can label all these out in here for the different reasons, or, you know, whatever you're using them for. So for example, CEX supply lock 1, CEX supply lock 2. I've got two 5% bags in here that I locked for. I just locked them. I have them locked for 30 days. And these are going to be used for the big exchanges, you know, when it gets to that point, because they're going to want token supply. And then after that, the two 5%ers are okay. I wouldn't do anything bigger than that in one wallet. The reason being is because when Phantom sometimes will tag a token as like a scam token or something, that if there's too much supply and it, you know, concentrated, you know, within like the top whatever wallet. So for me, I just did the 2 5s because I wanted 10% for centralized exchanges. Then after that, I've got a bunch of 3%ers, promo advertising supply 2, merch promo 1 and 2 and 3. So advertising. So I just split them all up. And then I also did, you know, like promo advertising 1. I did that for 30 days. Then promo advertising supply 2. I did that for like 60 days. Promo advertising supply 3. I did that for like 90 days, and so on. So I staggered them all out in different locks. Advertising supply. So, and then I'm doing a bunch of 3%ers for different various, you know, for merchandise or for like giveaways, or maybe there's an influencer or something, or influencers in the future that you want to have supply come open to use for that, and stagger them all out so they're not all just becoming unlocked at once. And here's one thing that I really like with the Jupiter locks is, for example, the first two here are the CEX 1 and 2. I've got those locked for 30 days. So I can't do anything with them for 30 days. I can't transfer, I can't make changes, nothing. But at the 30-day mark, so August 31st, they become unlocked, but they still stay on the Jupiter platform. I'm just gonna, for fictitious, let's just call it the bank. So you take your 2 big supplies, you put them in the bank, they lock it up with their keys. Nobody can get into it, not even myself. At 30 days, they see, okay, cool. They go there, they unlock them. They're still there. So they don't automatically get transferred out like what Streamflow did. So technically, even though they're unlocked, they'll still be in the bank, unlocked. I can go get them if I need them for an exchange, or I could just simply just leave them in there. I like that because early on with Luxurious Lounge token, I had a huge bag unlock. I forgot about the lock, when it was going to unlock. So those tokens, however many percent that was, like 10% or 15% or whatever, automatically transferred out to my original wallet, my destination wallet. I forgot. Idiot, I didn't set a timer. Well, at the time, I think with TLT, I was at like $800,000 market cap, something like that. Obviously, that big unlock came to my destination wallet. Must have spooked them because all of a sudden people started panic selling. Probably like most projects, when you see such a large supply controlled and then unlocked, everybody's going to be like, oh, but here it comes, it's going to dump on us, get out. So my fault on that. As long as you're transparent, I think, let everybody know. But I know there's a lot of people out there that don't know X. They're just looking at charts. They're looking at wallets and whatnot. So for me moving forward with the Jupiter stuff, I really like the fact that it stays there. So I can get it if I need it. If I don't need it, it just stays there. So that is cool. So yeah, so I got my locks here. I got these all split up. I have them, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120. I got them all staggered out. I still have like another $120,000 in supply that I'm going to lock up now. So I was like, you know what? Let's shoot a video showing people how affordable this is. And really, once you do 1 or 2 of them, it's just so easy. So with that being said, I have my wallet connected up here at the top. Then let me see, what do I want to call this? I'll just call it so yeah, I have merch promo 1. Do I have another merch? I got merch promo 2. So I'll do another like merch promo 3 and 4 promo supply. So just go to, if you're here like this, it's going to look something like that, right? So just hit create lock once your wallet is connected. You're going to search your specific tokens that you're holding in that wallet. So for me, I'm doing Normie. Here I am right here with the green check mark. Verified. Thank you very much. So there's my token. I still have 232 million supply unlocked. So here's where I'm going to put in my title. What did we call it? Merch promo 3. So merch promo 3, you can put this whatever you want. Team 1, team 2, just because, chitty chitty bang bang, whatever you want. I like to have mine nice and professional and labeled properly. So right here, your total, how much you're gonna lock. So for me, I'm gonna do 3%. So that's 30 million. 30 million Normie. This is where you're gonna enter your, when it's unlocked, which wallet you're going to be able to interact with it. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be sent there, but this is what you're going to use to log in to, you know, take your tokens out or relock them or whatever. So let me triple, quadruple check, but that should be the wallet. Let me come over here. And I would suggest, if this is your first time, just do like 1,000 tokens or 100 tokens or something like that, just so you can kind of get the feel of it. So let me quadruple check. I'm pretty sure this is it, but I want to make sure. So I'm going to copy my address again, pop it in there. So it is the correct one. So here, this is your unlock date or your cliff date. So for this one, this is going to be the 3rd lock. So I'm going to put this one probably 3 months out. So today's the 1st. Perfect. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. So November 1st for this batch. Time, I'm just going to do like 9 a.m. or something. And then here, the unlock amount will be the full 30 million Normie. For me, I'm not really worried about like vesting duration or unlock frequency. So where you can like have them start unlocking a little bit at a time. Mine will just be, you know, picture the vault. They come in, okay, they unlock it, but they're there. The door is still closed, but they're there. So I'm just going to put for here 1 day, same for unlock frequency. And right here, who can cancel the contract? No one. So leave that none. Who can change the recipient? For me, I don't have any, there's no teams, there's no other, so none. I want this locked up, safe, secure. So I'm leaving this as none and none. And then right here is your summary. You're locking 30 million Normie. Your lock will cliff on November 1st, 2026, 9 a.m. with a cliff unlock amount of 30 million. No one can cancel the lock. No one can update the lock. So again, make sure that the recipient wallet is, triple check it, do a small amount just to test it out. And once you do a couple, it's just so easy and cheap. All right, so that's it there. I'm going to hit proceed. Right here, it's going to give you another kind of another summary of what you're doing. Now we're going to hit create your contract or create your lock. Here it's kind of like a, are you sure? So you got to type in lock, and it has to be with a capital L. Ask me how I know. So we type in lock and we hit confirm. And right there, boom. Token lock created. It's going to take you back to, for you, if it's your first lock, you'll be back here and you're going to see the lock that you just created. So that was promo, or what was it? Merch promo 3. So this is the one that I just did right here. See how easy that was? And that cost me like 28 cents. 28 cents. Cheap. So I'm going to do another one. We'll do merch promo 4. So now that you've created one lock, you can just hit here, create lock. Search your tokens. Normie. merch promo 4. I'm going to do another 3% lock, 30 million. The wallet address again. And that is the correct address. I will double check one more time. Yes, we're good. Come back to the date here. I'm gonna do this one. Let's see, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5. Oh, wait, that's 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, well, so we'll do December 1st on this one. Same, we'll just do 9 a.m. There we go. Total tokens to unlock, 30 million again. Duration, 1 day. No one can cancel the contract. No one can change it. There's your lock summary. Proceed. There's your full summary on what you're doing. Create contract. Type in lock. And confirm. Boom. There we go. And we have merch promo 4 right there. December 1st, 9 a.m. for 30 million tokens. And again, that cost me $0.18. There you have it, folks. No supply. They take no supply. They charge you pennies, literally, to do the locks. And it's just such, it's nice. Look how convenient this is. You can come here and look at all your locks, create a lock, your lock tokens. That's it. As you can tell, I've already locked quite a bit, and now I still have yet to lock up $172 million. So I'll be here for a minute. I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm probably going to do 2 more or maybe 1 more exchange listing lock for 5%. And then I'll probably do a couple more 3s, spread those out. And then I'll do a couple of like maybe 2%ers or 1%ers, just so it's a nice even spread. There's not a heavy concentration like I had been doing in the past. I had no idea, when I was doing the Streamflow locks, I was just like, yeah, let me lock up $600,000 in one hit. And then, all of a sudden I had a $500-600 sell on the chart. And I've explained this to some other people that have done locks, and they're like, it makes sense, because wondering why people were selling at every time they would lock. So there you go, folks. That is pretty simple, as you can see, how to lock tokens on Jupiter in 2026. I've got to lock a bunch of tokens for TLT. I'm going to finish locking the stuff on Normie. And if you guys have any questions or anything like that, just feel free to put them in the comments on the video. Follow me on X, Normie CEO. Also official Normie on Sol is the main headliner account. Or I'm in TG, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Kick, Twitch. I'm on all the places and the stuff and the things. So I got no problem helping you out if you guys have any questions. Other than that, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment. Just type in locked if you're watching this later, and share this out to a builder, a dev, or somebody that wants to lock tokens. Pretty easy. as you can see here, and it builds trust. You know, I know the crypto space is, you know, a lot of people have PTSD and on supply and stuff like that, but I believe that having supply control, you know, moving forward is going to be huge. It's going to be massive. For example, Normie, I've got 80% locked. I've already burned 5%, and I still have control probably of another like 6 or 7% on top of that. No sell pressure. We build. By the way, I can see you staring at the ultra sexy Normie hats. They are on the website, normienation.com, as well as Normie Small Batch Coffee. We've got hoodies and shirts that are going to be made here locally pretty soon. We've also got a Normie Quest game that we're working on, which is super addictive. There's so much cool tech and interesting things that are going to be cooked into that, as well as I'm going to start doing some leaderboard giveaways once we get all that dialed in for some pretty cool Pokemon cards. So come on in, have fun, you know, give me a high five, reach out, say hi. Not a lot of people in the space doing what we're doing, and especially in public like this with receipts. Let's hope that moving forward, a lot more builders in the space won't have a problem building in public. Proof of work, POW. All right, stay Normie, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.